that felt like
response.
Yeah. And that happens at those dinner tables and like the non sequiturs and like Brett saying something about sound bowls and this and David and you and then Sebastian and then Salvo. And it was like that felt real to me.
First of all, guys, I love this movie. I called my dad immediately after, had a nice heart-to-heart, half an hour-long conversation.
Really?
I did. And I mean, look, he also embarrasses me just like Salvo does to Sebastian. But I love him. He's my hero.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, Leslie, Ellie is the perfect match for Sebastian. Talk to me a little bit about your character and how she helps balance Sebastian out.
I think they balance each other out, right? Like, I think that they're kind of like ports in a storm because they both come from these crazy families and they found each other. And, you know, she makes him come out of his shell and he probably grounds her in a very deep way. I don't know. I love Sebastian. I met him on Tag. And the minute we did our chemistry read, I was just like, it was so easy.
Right.
And I don't know why that happens sometimes, but it does. And I just adore him. And I think he did such a good job on the movie.
Everybody's great.
Yeah, everybody's great. But like, you know, that's a big deal to be in every single shot and to, you know, he'd done smaller parts, but to be the lead of a movie. And he was a really good number one. And yeah, I thought he did such a great job. And everyone's great and funny.
Kim, Tigger is the matriarch of the family. Can you talk to me about the character a little bit? And I love her scenes with Salvo. They're incredible. I love the chemistry you have with Robert De Niro.
Right? It's crazy, that chemistry.
So fantastic. Can you talk to me about also what you wanted to bring to the role that wasn't on the page?
I wanted her to reveal her in a very specific way. And I didn't know if there was enough there to make it funny, and the dialogue wasn't there. So I thought, well, I've got to find a way to make behaviorally this different. And so people would get, there's something wrong. Oh, she has a temper. Oh, and now she's fine. What's going? So people would wonder, because people who are, you know, perfectionists like Tigger, they're not like that all the time.
Right.
It's like an Anna Wintour kind of feel, you know. So I love that part of it, of being able to reveal and then hide, reveal and hide. But what was unexpected to me was the relationship with my husband and the relationship with my daughter. And that only happened because of the people that Sebastian cast and Bob cast, because there was a feeling there of play. So I had a through line that I wanted to follow, but how to get there is very much dependent on who you're acting off of.
Sure.
And improvisation was such a major part of doing this film. I mean, there were alternate lines, there were alternate scenes, and it was so much fun to be that creative and not to know all the answers and to play in the moment. A lot of comedy is so written and you can't change things. It's very rigid.
Right.
This was very fluid and it was
Laura
fun.
Terruso was really good because she's also a writer.
I was just about to bring her up.
And she's a Sicilian, so she knows, like, I mean, she would sometimes be like, Bob, say this. And she'd scream out something in Italian. I'm like, Jesus, I forget that. What?
Yeah.
But she's great. I mean, she was a really great leader too. And
She
you know,
was.
it's like she's this young woman. It's her first big movie. She's got Bob, and she was wonderful.
Yeah,
and
she was
she's
great.
great.
Now, this isn't just a great father and son story. At the center of this movie, it's all about family.
Yeah.
Can you talk to me about how family helps, how family helps influence your sense of comedic timing and your sense of humor?
I think it is the root of probably, it's, you know, you see these dynamics as a child. Like you probably don't even realize how it ingrains in you, you know, everything that you're watching with your sisters and your mother, and you're a kid, you're a sponge. So I think I was raised by my mom. My father passed away when I was 3. And so I was raised with 3 older sisters, and it's like a hen house. And my mom, I don't know. I just feel like there's a certain thing that happens in that family, a speed that really felt like this bouncing off of, that felt like, you know, anytime I'm with, like, it's so loud. That's what I feel like. it's so loud all the time. There's just a lot of voices and a lot of talking. And I don't know, there's something about the speed with which my family I saw as a child that felt like
response.
Yeah. And that happens at those dinner tables and like the non sequiturs and like Brett saying something about sound bowls and this and David and you and then Sebastian and then Salvo. And it was like that felt real to me. That felt not like people talking and having a conversation.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, look, you guys did an incredible job in this film. I can't wait to watch this with my dad because it's like a movie that I think we're going to bond over. But thank you guys so much for your time.